Last week nyo pa hiningi, so eto na. We are putting two of the hottest mid-range phones against one another. This is the TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G versus the Infinix Note 50 Pro. Which one of these is actually more sulit than the other? Watch and find out. Now, before we begin, here's a quick graphic comparing the two phones against one another. Siyempre, unang-una nyo makikita ay yung presyo ng phones. The TECNO Camon 40 Pro starts at $12,999 without its promo pricing for the 8GB 256GB variant, while the Infinix Note 50 Pro starts at $11,999 for the 12GB 256GB version. So doon pa lang parang panalo na agad yung Infinix Note 50 Pro, pero obviously hindi lang naman presyo dapat ang tinitingnan mo. Now, moving on to the design, maganda ang aesthetic nilang pareho, although I personally favor the color changing back of the TECNO Camon 40 Pro versus the Infinix Note 50 Pro. Theoretically, mas matibay dapat ang Note 50 Pro kasi metal ang frame niya. Now, both phones have an IP rating, with the Note 50 Pro actually coming in with an IP64 protection. Pero lamang ang Camon 40 Pro kasi IP68/69 ang protection niya. Meaning pwede mo siyang gamitin underwater. Ito, I wouldn't really trust it to be used underwater or in swimming pools, pero ito, we actually proved that by dunking it underwater. It still works. You can use it for underwater photography pag nag-snorkeling ka or whatever, pero ito, hindi. So, panalo dun sa particular segment na yun, itong TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G. As for additional external features, may shortcut button sa gilid ang TECNO Camon 40 Pro that you can use to bring up the AI assistant as well as take photos. Yung Note 50 Pro naman ay may heart rate and blood oxygen sensor malapit sa may camera module. Pagdating naman sa display, flat tong Infinix Note 50 Pro at curved ang TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G. Aside from that, halos pareho lang ang display ng dalawang phone nito. They're both 6.78-inch AMOLED panels and they both have 144Hz refresh rates. Main difference lang talaga ng dalawa ay overall brightness. 1300 nits ang listed maximum brightness ng Infinix Note 50 Pro, while 1600 nits ang maximum stated brightness ni Camon 40 Pro. Now, personally, mas gusto ko ang flat display kasi medyo nagsawa na rin ako sa mga curved panels. Pero aside from that, again, they are basically the same. Pareho lang yung image quality nila. They're both really good displays. Ang ganda nila tignan sa mata. They're both very fluid kasi 144Hz refresh rate silang pareho. So it's really goes down to personal preference as far as the displays go for you. Now, pag-usapan naman natin yung cameras ng dalawang phone na to. Now, both of them use 50 megapixel main sensors. Ang pinagkaiba lang talaga ay yung provider niya or kung sino yung gumawa ng mga sensors niya. The Infinix Note 50 Pro uses a Samsung sensor, while the Camon 40 Pro uses a Sony sensor. Now, side-by-side photos show extremely close performance in daylight with excellent color reproduction, contrast, and HDR performance even during challenging conditions for both phones. Tapat na tapat ang performance ng dalawa when it comes to photos and low light. Siguro mas contrasty lang ng konti yung Note 50 Pro, pero aside from that, pantay lang ang performance niya. Now, both phones have 8 megapixel ultra-wide cameras and both are not great. Tignan nyo na lang yung low light performance nila and judge for yourself kung ano yung mas gusto mo. I could also say the same when it comes to selfies. You're looking at similar performance across the two smartphones sa selfie camera na. Depende na lang kung ano yung mas gusto mo. Tingnan mo na lang yung photos namin. Ito na, main event. Ang biggest difference ng TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G and Infinix Note 50 Pro ay ang processor. And oh boy, you should really look at the benchmarks. The Infinix Note 50 Pro uses a MediaTek Helio G100 Ultimate processor, while the TECNO Camon 40 Pro uses a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 processor. Side-by-side performance, lumalabas na mas lamang ang Camon 40 Pro kaysa sa Note 50 Pro by a large margin. Wala ring 5G module ang phone Infinix, pero sa akin personally, that's not really a big deal breaker, especially with how bad 5G performance is lately. Pero alam ko may mga tao na medyo deal breaker yung fact na yun. Napareho lang ang battery size ng dalawang phone na ito, pero talo ang Camon 40 Pro pagdating sa overall charging speeds by a large margin. Pagdating naman sa overall battery life, panalo si Infinix sa battery test namin. So one thing that you really should be taking a look at is software and support when you're looking at buying phones. TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G is the winner in that regard kasi 5 years ang software support nila, so you're getting basically just 3 years of Android updates or Android OS updates plus 5 years of security updates. Infinix is only promising 2 years of or 2 Android updates and 3 years of security updates. So kung gusto mo talaga itong phones na to and you plan to keep them for a long time, that should actually factor into your buying consideration. So alin ba dito sa dalawang phone na to ang dapat mong bilhin? If you're just talking about pure photography, you can either buy either of these kasi talagang sobrang lapit lang ng performance nilang dalawa as far as photos are concerned. If you want to save a few thousand pesos, you should buy the Infinix Note 50 Pro kung photography lang ang gusto mo. Pero if you want a more well-rounded phone na mas maganda yung performance and chipset, mas mataas yung IP rating at mas curved yung screen, you should go for the TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G and spend a little bit more. So that's pretty much it. Ano yung gusto mong i-compare namin na telepono next? Tell us in the comment section, and if we can grab those phones and do the comparison, we will do it for you. If you have any other questions about these two phones, leave them down below. I will answer it for around a week as I work on our next video. That's pretty much it. My name is John. See you in the next video.